You know, I wrote all the lyrics to this song. Good stuff, man. Super inspired that day. Who's gonna win that race this game? Usually Kamiko. This last week it was Rizzo.
Hold on. Let me pull my mic up here.
Looks like today Mooch is done first. Go Mooch. Oh, the fight for supremacy. All right. Let's get this show on the road here. Bam! Ah, Good morning, Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, May 3rd, and you are watching the Daily Dan. Cat wants out. Good morning, everybody. It is the Daily Dan. It's time to get up, stand up, stop doom scrolling, because the Daily Dan is here. As you can see, I haven't used my voice this morning until now. I should be doing those things. La 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 la, lots of talking. Yes, that's what I do every week. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope your weekend was great. Good morning, good morning. Yes, good morning, everybody. Hello. Ignition 1991 says, I went to the chiropractor this morning. Ooh, I am going to call them this morning and make an appointment for this week. Crystal went in on Friday, and it made her feel a lot better. She was walking around, if you guys remember, like 90s Michael Keaton Batman last week. And she went into the chiropractor. They crushed her up like a cracker. Or no, they'd ring you out like a towel. They ran her out like a towel and sent her home, and she was a lot better. So I'm ready to go since I walk all sideways and stuff, you know? Kamiko's daily adventures begins. Yes, she wants out. Here's the new thing that happened real quick. It was insanely windy here yesterday. We live in a valley, so those winds get swooshing right over the mountain. Let me turn me up. I can turn me up. So outside our house, we have panels and stuff, right? So you can get underneath the house. And it was so windy that one of the panels popped open, right? And I didn't know this. This was, this had to have been yesterday or sometime like Saturday night. So I'm out there, and, the wind's out there and I don't notice it. I'm in here cleaning the kitchen yesterday, and then all of a sudden I hear rumbling. So I go running to do the safety dance, all crazy, like, into the bedroom, and all the cats are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, that was weird. So I'm like, what happened? So I go running outside, I don't see anything. Then I realize the panel to go under the house has moved a little bit, enough that cat can get under there. I'm no sleuth or sloth, but the sleuth sloth knows that there's little cat hairs and stuff, so I know they went in under there. So there was a rumble under the house. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I took my security camera, motion detector camera, and I pointed it at the hole and set it to record, which actually, we could check it here and see. And I was trying to make sure that there was no more cats under the house before I blocked it back up. I don't want a catastrophe. One time, a cat was under the house and pulled down the vent, and there was little eyes staring up at us in our vent house, and the cats are sitting there going like, look, and I'm like, what's down there, a mouse? And they're like, no, look at the cat eyes, and there was a cat in the vent, like Santa's little helper on The Simpsons. Oh my gosh, let's see here. Let's see if there was anything last night from under the house. There was. Here, hold on. See, so I gotta make sure that this cat, who's going in slow motion, doesn't go like, I gotta make sure that Tyson's out from under the house before I block it back off again, because they pushed that hole out, if you can see right there. So I don't know if there was a whole party going on. There was a party. There's another cat. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it one more time. There was another cat walking away. Come on. Oh, get off my face. Get off my face. Look at it. There's another cat. Oh, you can't see. Oh, there's another cat walking by. Sorry, I have it so the camera follows my face, and it's really accurate at following my face. So Kamiko comes in last night with a bunch of cobwebs on her head and stuff like that for being under there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get him out from under the house. Just swish, swish, swish. Maybe I'll take a can of food out there, put it in the yard, wait for the cats that I know that hang around this area to make sure that I see them once, and then I'll block it off. Dan's under house is a cat brothel, dude. So like years ago, I was running a coaxial from this corner of the house to behind the TV. And I'm like, I'm gonna go slide under the house. So I go sliding under the house, and it's a little bit, it's a little bit of a ways, and I'm sliding into the house, and I make it like 10 dans deep. I'm like 10 dans deep into there. I'm on the cell phone with Crystal. I'm like, can you see me pushing the cable up? And I look over, and there's like a couple dead birds under there from like years ago. I'm like, oh, because like the cats were under there for a while there. We couldn't get it blocked off enough, and the cats would go under there, but then they started tearing stuff up, and I didn't want them to do that. It's nice and cool under there. That's the thing. It's really cool under there. But but they can't go into there. I wonder how many kittens were conceived under Dan's house. Here's the thing about that. Like, so we found Mooch in the bush on the other side of the wall. And he has the same markings as Kitty, and he had the same markings, like the same shape as Holyfield and Tyson. So Crystal has this theory that, like, all the cats have just been, like, breeding in this little area, and they're all just some sort of ancestries of Mooch. Rizzo's not, though. Rizzo looks completely different. Yeah. Oh man, I need a chiropractor so bad. Yeah, dude, I need to go to one too. I've never been to one, but like I said, Crystal went on Friday, and what is that thing? Ooh, I like this hair. You're gonna go over here. Crystal went on Friday, and it helped her a lot. I've never been, so I think I might need to go and get adjusted since I'm standing. Make sure you don't come in contact with a skunk. No skunks. I've never been in contact with a skunk. We don't have, or maybe we do have skunks out here. I don't know if we have skunks out here or not. We have roadrunners and stuff, but I don't know if we have skunks. All right. He just wants to be on me for a minute, and then I'll set him on his area. Yeah. So right now, Kamiko is probably going into the house and hanging out, and I think they were rumbling. When the cats rumble, they're just all like, they're not like where you hear like cat fights where you're like, whoa, someone just got like Mortal Kombated. Which I did watch. I watched Mortal Kombat and Nobody over the last week with Blake, while Blake was here. Him and I tried to get a movie in and hang out and stuff, you know. And I did watch Mortal Kombat last night. I don't know, let me know if you guys have seen that. It was alright. I thought that Nobody movie was a little bit better. See what this guy's doing here. Mortal Kombat. Pretty content Mooch. So it was fun, you know, in one of those movies where it's based off of a fighting game. Whoa, that was you that tried to like go over the back. You almost got suplexed. Look, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You can go file a complaint with the boss, but no one's here to help you. If you're gonna have a movie about fighting, you need to make sure the gore is good, and they deliver for the most part. There's a little bit more time between gore than I would have liked, but it was okay. You know, it was okay. But yeah, Nobody was fun. Nobody was fun. Christopher Lloyd's a great actor and stuff like that. But he definitely, if he wasn't in the movie, it would have been a lot better. No, if his geriatricism wasn't in the movie, it would have been a lot better. But I did like Nobody. It was fun. But yeah, like I said, Mortal Kombat, I wouldn't spend any money on it. I would not get an HBO subscription for it. It was okay. Some of it was a little bit corny. Mortal Kombat, you know, what do you want? But I don't know, yeah, I watched it. I would have been like more mad if I had to pay a bunch of money. If I had to pay like a bunch of money for it. Mooch is so chill. Mooch was so chill, Foxy Koala, but not no more. I can't remember that. I watched that space movie that I can't remember the name of. Oh, dude, I got you. Space Jam. Did you see the trailer for Space Jam 2? Because Space Jam was unique. It was fun. It was of the times. It wasn't like past Jordan's time. Like, Jordan was so popular when he did Space Jam. If you guys watched that documentary on him, he was doing Space Jam in the middle of basketball season. So crazy. As Blake would say, meh. Yeah, Blake thought it was okay. We laughed at a couple of, like, you know, one time, like, and I won't spoil it for you, you know, but obviously people were going to get dismembered and disfigured and stuff, so sometimes you laugh at the creativity of dismembering human beings. So, Space Jam was great. The trailer for Space Jam 2 made me want to puke. Just made me want to puke. I was excited a little bit, like they were just going to update it. Instead, they just, like, made it so ridiculous that something's going to have to happen to make it good, because I want to punch the screen. I don't care about LeBron James, although, you know, he's LeBron, but it made me want to punch LeBron James. No, you know what? I take that back. He wasn't the problem. His acting in there like that in the trailer wasn't the problem. I take it back. It's not LeBron. What they were doing with the Looney Tunes and the out of controlness and how everything was on 11, I wasn't a fan of that. Me and my cat are watching you, Dan. Oh, wow. Yes, feed your cat an extra can of food. If you guys see, I've been feeding the cats 3 times a day with cans of food. Well, 2.5, because sometimes they're sleeping during food time. But they've been getting more canned food. But then they've also been getting a little bit more like this thing. Like the other day, I swear Topo walked up to me and said, like, I'm like, you can whistle? I can't even whistle. He's like, I'm like, you don't even know what a wristwatch is. And so they're wanting the food. They're definitely wanting the food. I'm a hard no on anything with overprivileged, spoiled-ass LeBron. F that guy. I mean, there's no good villains in basketball right now. Basketball is at an all-time snore fest, so he's all they got. He's all they got. I was in my early 20s when Space Jam came out. I did not see it at all in the theaters. I saw it later on. I don't know what year Space Jam came out in, but I was still like a teenager. I didn't see it. I watched it on TV. I don't know if I sat there and watched it from beginning to end, but over my life, I've seen bits and pieces of it. There's, you know, because it was on. That, you know, I guess I've seen it. She's getting treats as we speak. Great. I've seen this first Space Jam. Yeah, you might want to just stick. Yes, you might want to just stick to that. Anyway. The weekend was great. Oh my gosh, I had such a busy weekend. For me, the weekends are work days, so like it doesn't count. Or I don't feel like anymore I'm missing out on weekends. You know, I'm a year and a half into to doing this for a job and to be a content creator, which comes with a different work schedule than a traditional like Monday through Friday job or anything. Or like at the bike shop, I was usually working Monday through Saturdays. Sometimes I take a weekday off and stuff like that. So it's the first time that I've really learned that the weekends don't matter. When I say don't matter, I mean it doesn't matter that it's a Friday. Oh, look, it's Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday night. The only thing that happens on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are events that happen that I'd be missing. But we work those nights. So for me, like a day off would be like, there is no day off. Half day Thursday, I'll usually go run chores and stuff and do stuff. So I take my chunks here and there. I mean, it's not a luxury because you failed, but I can just stop. I can just go. That's kind of cool. Like I could just stop and shut down. So I can take time if I have to. But you still see this ball that's rolling up behind you that's going to crush you that you're running from. Not in this case. Now you turn into rolling up a ball, a snowball, and you got to keep rolling it because it's melting. So you got to keep rolling it through the snow and making the ball bigger. And if you stop rolling the ball up, the ball's going to melt, if that makes sense. So that's what you do. You roll up the ball. So the weekends, which is nice, don't have an impact on me. I see a lot of people, you know, talk about they hate Mondays, they're looking for Fridays. That's fine and all, been there. But like not having to have a feeling inside you based on the word of the day of the week is so freeing. It's Monday, but it doesn't feel like a Monday. It feels like another good day, just another day. So I like that. I like that the labels are kind of gone on the weekdays. They're there mostly for things of like, oh, you have to do this on that day and stuff like that. But not caring what day of the week it is great. It's great. I love it. I take it back. I was 28. Space Jam came out in 96. So I was like 96, I would have been 17 till the end of the year. So I was like 17 when Space Jam came out. I thought I was a little younger than that. But in 96, I was 17 until November. All right. What else do we got going on here? My days off are Wednesday and Thursday. Kind of nice. Businesses are open. When I was younger and had real life friends, before all my friends became zeros and ones, and I never worked at the weekends really until this job, like at the bike shop when I worked Saturdays. Well, I had never worked weekends before, so I would never want a job, or always freaked me out that people had to work on a weekend. I didn't know what that was like because all my friends, we were always partying on Fridays and Saturday nights. We were always doing something or playing hockey or going somewhere and doing something. So I would have like FOMO. But now that I'm older, I don't have to miss out on that stuff, so working on the weekends doesn't really bother me. I have to open this door so Mooch can shove his way back in. I like that every episode I have to like 10 to 2.5 cats before the end of the episode. I was 2 when Space Jam came out. Yep. Yeah, so that would probably not have been in your wheelhouse. Even as a full-time creator, you should still take one full day off to rest and recharge away from screens. You're right, from the screens. I don't, because my relaxing time would be like watching TV or doing something. It's just kind of like a shark. You just kind of go. Like, I'll be going until midnight tonight, but at some point today, like, Blake's here, we're here, I can make some lunch, I get to like for a second, and then off I go. The hardest thing about being a home creator, though, that I've learned for me, and I've just really recently learned this a few weeks ago, is that So I'm standing in front of you guys, and I'm a little hyped up. You know, I've been awake for hours or so, not too long. So I'm up, I'm pumped up. I feel like I went to the gym. I'm gonna do all these things. Now it's time to do excitable things. It's time to clean the house. It's time to go to the store. It's time to, you know, do whatever you need to do. I need to cut the grass, but it was so windy yesterday that I couldn't do anything. Like the house was shaking. I also need to edit videos. When you edit videos, you gotta sit down and you gotta edit a video. You gotta edit a video, especially when you're editing other people's videos, and you really gotta watch and stuff like that, because you didn't also shoot the videos. When you edit your own videos, you're like, oh, I already know how this tape's gonna end because I'm the one that created it. So I've learned that like I have to get up and do all the exciting things first. I have to do everything, and then when I'm done, I can sit down and try to unwind and then edit videos. If after this I were to stop and edit a video and then go on to do another live stream or something, I will sit here with like so much anxiety trying to calmly edit a video without all these things going on in my head. You know, you guys know how fast my head is, you know, obviously. So I know I've learning of like when I can and can't do videos. Like yesterday was Sunday, so Sunday's the only day that I don't have to do a live. So I didn't let myself get like all worked up. So I got up, I did all the chores, and then I sat down, and then I edited all the videos, and then it was chill after that. So I'm trying to learn to like do that. Otherwise, like after this, if I edit a video, it'll take half the video to get me to calm, and then when I'm done, I'm late. Like I don't want to do anything. Like I'm just like, this is the mode I'm in now. So, you know, it's something that I have to learn as a creator, is to finally like look at myself and like learn of like how I work. Try to figure out. I'm in the middle age. Like how do I not know how I work? So trying to figure out how I work is a hard thing to do. I know I'm getting used to this new form of creativity and being in your own house all the time and stuff. You know, it's interesting and I love it. Like this is great, but it's interesting. It's definitely a different mindset than any other of the jobs that I've ever had in my life, ever. So yeah, I'll find my groove, but I am learning, so that's good. So no more like, not self-sabotaging, but no more going like, man, I don't like feeling this way. I figuring things out, which is making things a lot easier, you know, a lot easier. Did you get a new lawnmower? I did not get a new lawnmower, and I was looking at one. Jess and I were talking about that the other day. I was looking at one to see if I should get it. May's gonna be the transition month from spring to summer, because right now I'm only having to mow the lawn like once every week and a half. Excuse me, but my lawnmower is dying, so I think I'm gonna have to get a new lawnmower. Good morning, Aunt. Good morning. How are you? Shoot, I'm older than most. So am I. I was born in 78. I was born November 10th, 1978. The wind was bothering Vance yesterday. Did you get him a jacket? You gotta put a jacket on that dude. The wind was bad. Poor Blake. Like, I didn't want to go out and mow the lawn too, because like Blake's super allergied up. Also, I didn't want to do yard work, so all these excuses are just super convenient and great. So I didn't want to do anything. The wind was blowing so hard. We had all the windows shut. The wind was blowing so hard. I had this open up a crack. I had this door open up a crack here. The air comes out of the cooler and then shoots out this door. And the wind blows this way from east to west, west to east. Then all of a sudden I heard boom, the door shoots open. The wind changes direction somehow. It blows this layer. I can feel it. Yep. It blows this layer of dust I have on my hand instantly in the house. Covers everything. Doosh. Like I'm on Tatooine. And then Blake and I are battening down the hatches, whatever that means. And then so when we were looking out the window and the windows were shaking and the cats were going like, what's going on? It was like that windy. And all the dust picks up, so the streets look like all whited out. So I wasn't about to go out there and blow grass everywhere for Blake too. But at some point I'm going to have to mow the lawn. It's weeds back there, but hey, they're green weeds, everybody. Back off. I have to cut my lawn twice a week. All the rain is going to make it grow like crazy. Okay, so it's so dry here. I'm the one that has to provide the rain for my grass. When I'm out in Michigan, Jamie just like, okay, so when I mow the lawn, it's like a chore. I'm all like, I'm pulling down the goggles. I'm like battening it. I'm like ready to jump out of the plane. And not like a plane jump like Jeff Wittick, but like a plane jump off the back of the military plane, you know, where you run out with everybody. Jamie's got the lawnmower out there. I don't even think he's dressed from the kneecaps down. And then just like in the middle of a conversation and stuff like that, he's done, the conversation, done, whatever. And then he just goes out there and just mows. And then that's it. And then like 2 days later, it's like time to mow again. I'm like, but the grasses are so green there, so that's neat. Ours are all like, I'm kicking up dirt and shit off the ground. And then just like, I don't know, when I'm there during like summer seasons, he's mowing the lawn like 2.5 times in the week. And sometimes he's driving the lawnmower car or SUV or whatever you call that thing. I drove it. It was fun. It was underrated. Like, you guys should definitely try that thing. Does Blake take out any allergy medicine? Sometimes he'll take Claritin stuff. He takes breathing treatments though, with albuterol. He's got a little puffer, like he's from the Goonies. And then he takes medicine, and then he's just mad. But I feel bad, so I try to close everything up. We're gonna get an air conditioning unit. When it goes over there, it'll have a filter and stuff, and hopefully that filters the air. The swamp coolers are just sucking air from outside on the roof, which is just layers of dust out here. You know how that works, right? Where people water down the track so the dust doesn't fly up. Not our town. Our town, it looks like Mars. That's why we're not impressed by Mars. It looks like 40th Street and Avenue G right up over there. So, Steve, I have a neighbor that literally cuts his lawn as an hour after every time it stops raining the next morning if it's at night. My next door neighbor, Jim, you'd hate him. He's been living next door to us for 20-something years. They've always have been there. But he decided to do some home renovation at night. Like, he started at like 11 o'clock at night to like 4 in the morning. And he's out there just... Oh, wait, maybe not that. Oh, wait. So... I'm just like, what the hell? Or sometimes he'll mow his lawn like 11 o'clock at night. And then I look like the idiot when I'm just like, man, it's too windy to go out there. And Crystal's like, that's fine. And then the dude's out there mowing his lawn at 11 o'clock at night. It's supposed to be the third rule. If you cut it to 3 inches, you wait until it's like 4.5 inches to cut. You guys have rules for that stuff? I just wait until I get written up from the park where it says cut your grass. And then I cut my grass. Just so everybody else can see it. I don't go out there and enjoy the damn thing. It makes me itchy. Yeah, last week was Big Bad Allergy Week. Okay, so it's gonna be that from now until August here. Poor Blake just dies. I get a little sniffly. When I moved here when I was 8 years old, like 84, I think I moved here on my birthday. On my 8th birthday, happy birthday, Dan, and we're like unloading boxes over there on the other side. The first couple of years I was here, my eyes, I would wake up in the morning and they'd be gooed together just from like, I guess allergy, I don't know. And I'd have to Helen Keller all the way to the sink to like wash my face. Might have helped if I could sign. And wash my face before I could open them up. And then I told you the stories how Benadryl was popular, so my mom just pumped me full of Benadryl and sent me to school where I just fell asleep for half the day. I just sat there and just fell asleep like I was Kanicki from that Celebrity Rehab show. You guys remember that when him and Gary Busey got into a fight over the front seat? I digress. So then just, I don't know, maybe puberty or whatever, it just went away. I can feel it. I can feel nasally sometimes, itchy roof of my mouth. But my eyes aren't watering, and I'm not dying like Blake. Blake's got to get hooked up to a machine that doesn't even give him any special powers. It just keeps him from being normal. Guess that makes me breathing privileged. I don't cut wet grass. It plugs the mower. Yes, especially since I use a lawnmower that plugs into the wall, like I'm vacuuming my lawn. When that thing gets binded up, it'll pop a circuit breaker, and then down goes the house like dominoes. Austin is allergy central. So is here in SoCal. So especially Lancaster here, where in the high desert where we have the poppy fields and stuff that are out there. Upwind, by the way. Upwind. You've seen the famous poppy fields, right? That's right there. Here, let me show you guys a picture of these awesome poppy fields. So these pictures here are the poppy fields. That is like my house. Let's see if we can see where my house would be. My house would be before these mountains right here. Like, I'm in the city right there. So this is like, we could be there in like 10 minutes. It's just a straight shot. Yeah, see, so like my house is like right here on I. It takes like 7 or 8 minutes to get to the freeway, and then it's like 10 minutes past that. Just straight shot. So all the wind's coming from that red area, all that wind's coming from there, and it's just blowing this way. So all the poppies and everything all that stuff that just grows out there. We get all of it. It's beautiful though. But look at that, fields of poppies, just fields of them. People come from all over. Look how little there's a little place to park. So we have those, and you can see them when you look out there. It looks so orange out there. It looks so cool. So that just blows, and all the stuff just blows this way. I'm in Tulip Town with evil dogwood trees that I'm allergic to. Yeah, I need to grow a few poppies. I love them. Just come here and get some. Haven't you been up? Have you seen? Yeah, so. It's fine. Watch for snakes. Influencers come, and people were getting mad over the last few years because, you know, we're local here, so we get all this stuff in our paper or whatever. People were mad over the last few years because all the influencers keep coming and walking into the fields and crushing the poppies so they can lay and take these cute pictures of themselves so they all look the same. So she's just crushing poppies, and people are upset about that. People are upset about that. Oh, I miss those poppies. Used to live in California a couple years ago because it was really dry. We got nothing. That time we got like under an inch of rain. Like there wasn't many poppies at all. It was dust, and that was a bad allergy season. But when it rains a little bit, it helps. But yes, these beautiful things grow, you know, maybe this year we can go by there. Maybe this year, oh man, I can't live stream there because I don't have data. Maybe this year I'll go out there and make a video and stuff like that. It's really itchy, but at least I can go by and we can drive by and see all the really, the pretty, you know, patches. It looks crazy because you'll see like miles away. You know how like when you see miles away and the mountains look really super big and grandiose, and then it takes you an hour to get to the mountain? It looks like that. There's these huge patches and you're like, oh, that doesn't look too small. And as you drive, they just turn into miles. A couple of years ago, it rained every single day in May. See, we need May showers? I was like, I need a shower. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so this is crazy, and there's a lot of people that show up to it. I mean, look, you can see the trails and stuff. But yeah, watch out for the snakes while you're laying down there. So yeah, so we have that story there. So we have that here. So that's what, you know. So it is super allergy town. So I do feel bad. Hey. I do feel bad for Blake. I do. I can hear him in there. He's sleeping right now, but I hear him in there sniffling. I don't know where he gets that from. I guess one of my bad recessive genes. Maybe I want a mohawk gene will come out in a few years for him. Did they film the poppy scene of the Wizard of Oz there? You know what? I'm not sure. It could be, maybe, or no, they probably just made it all in the studio. But from Hollywood, from here to Hollywood, it's like an hour. Like I can get to Hollywood like right in the hour. It's 9 o'clock now. I could be there by 10 a.m. So it's not that far. So, and they do film a lot of stuff up here. A lot of stuff up here. And when I say up here, I don't mean like California. I mean like within 10 minutes either direction. Anytime you see a gas station on the side of the road, you know that old gas station you've seen in every movie and every video where there's nothing for miles? There's that old gas station. That's just right out here. That's on the way to NASA. You know, when I go to work, you'd pass by it. They film all kinds of stuff out here. Lots of music videos. You know, it's like, oh, Madonna will be here next week, or Kesha will be here next week, or they filmed Rat Race here. They were filming, they filmed the Smashing Pumpkins video out here. I remember, like, hey, meet on the boulevard. You know, they're looking for like 500 extras. I think it was like Rat in a Cage. They're looking for extras. So they do have a lot of stuff out here. You know, did you get the webcam hooked up to the Nest outside? Okay, so here's the thing. Well, right now the one of the webcams is pointing into the house, so I can get the cats out of it. The other thing is I have the big awning that's here, and it goes all the way down to the end of the house, so it's like 30 feet away. The birds made a nest under, like, so then there's like the lip that goes up, but on the inside the lip goes up and in, and then so it's like this. And the birds made a nest down in there. So all you can see is a tail feather out there. None of my webcams or any of the cams, I can't get in there to get the lens to point at the dang camera. I have everything else, but I can't get in there. The bird wants to fight me every time I go out of there. The really pretty the really pretty dad bird with the red chest on it wants to fight me. But I can't, so I leave them be. But if they were just right there and over more where it was peeled back a little bit, I could see. But since it's like curved in like this and they're under there, I can't get a webcam in there to see the dang birds. Then I got through thinking, you know, I just got the hummingbird cam, and then all of a sudden she's just bawling on one of her streams, and she's like, somebody ate the hummingbirds last night. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys want to see me cry. I've been saving my crying on camera for like a special occasion. And I don't think these birds are it, but I wanted to so bad. I have all the equipment to have a 24-hour let's watch the birds be birds cam. But like all shows, Milo and Otis, all nature shows, stuff happens, and I don't want the stuff to happen. I'd cry. I could do it. Are people impressed by that? Like having those so-called stars around or filming being shot? As a person that's from California, like I came from the dirt of California, we are not impressed or disimpressed by it, or at least I'm not. It's just a thing. It's just a thing that happens. You know, you just look and you see all these trucks and camera crews and a big crane on the side of the road up here a mile, and a little sign that shows where to go. Like Earl, they filmed a lot of My Name is Earl out here because I saw a lot of Earl. It's just a yellow sign that just says Earl with an arrow and stuff. No, it doesn't impress me. It doesn't bother. It's just what happens. In my mind, it would happen in your town. It's just what happens. The people that are starstruck, or the people that are like, what's going on, are the people that come here to be famous. The people that come here, and I have friends like that they come here because they want to be discovered, they want to be famous, because that's what you do. You go in here to be those people. Yes, it's everything's about starstruck, everything's about social clout, everything's about all that stuff. For me, it's just the people that live here. Like walking when we go down Hollywood Boulevard, I have to go down Hollywood Boulevard unless I'm taking a friend with me. I'll avoid that place. When I'm there, it's like, this is gross. Let's go like drink and have some street dogs and screw around. People are there. When you people watch, they're there because they spend a lot of money to be there. Vacations and travel, and they're walking down Hollywood Boulevard that literally smells like piss. People will try to sell you everything. I don't have a problem with that. People are disgusting. It's gross there. It's not cool. It's disgusting at that place. It's disgusting there. Disgusting. Especially now, if you guys have seen Venice lately, Venice, you can't even tourist at Venice Beach anymore. The homeless population's so dense and bad there that you can't do anything about it. You just can't. So no, I'm not impressed or de-impressed or anything. It's just what happens out here. It's Hollywood. It's filming stuff, you know. What's the closest shooting location that's in a 30-mile zone? I don't know. Like I said, like that gas station that's like on like every show and stuff like that, where you see them sitting out there, you know, at a gas station or Lost. That's only a few minutes out of here. Out here, you know, they film at the Poppy, you know, Fields gas station. Let me see if I can find some light. But there's locations everywhere. Okay, yeah. So you guys have seen like this gas station, and this shot's famous. It's been in lots of movies. It's been lots of stuff. That's all just out here. Like that's just all like right out here, where like in between us and Edwards Air Force Base, there's a lot of just flat and stuff out here. So like shooting locations like that. The Flintstones, you know, when they made the Flintstones movies, you know, back in the day, they made them at Vasquez Rocks 15 minutes away, where they built a whole bedrock set. And when you were going on the freeway, there was this one little gap you could see through the mountain, and you could see the whole set of like bedrock, you know. Oh my God, is that Rosie O'Donnell or Rick Moranis? So, yeah. But we're not like impressed or not impressed by it. It's just what happens. Someone just needs to take a scrub brush to a Tinseltown, is that what we're called? Or something, and just kind of, you know, lots of gum on the ground. Lots of gum on the ground here. Lots of gum on the ground. Rat Race. So yes, Rat Race was filmed on Avenue M in Sierra over there. It was inside the Fatburgers or at the VI, where a lot of my friends and stuff have been there for weddings. They did film that there, but you know, we're talking 15 years ago. There ain't nothing like going to see Breckin Meyer and who's the other guy? And John Lovitz. You know? I used to live in the area where they filmed the house in Top Gun. Okay, yeah, see, so, you know, anytime in a movie where you see yucca trees, anytime in the movie where you see these trees right here, yuccas, I believe they grow in 2 places in the world. One of them's here in Lancaster, and these trees suck. They're useless. They'll kick your butt. They're so dense and useless. The other one is some little place in Texas, I think, maybe. So if you ever see a movie or anything, or you see anybody, Life is a Highway in it, you know, Route 66 is right up there, and you see out the window and they're going through desert and you see those trees, that was out here. That was out here. Yes. So that is it. So, you know what? As it gets, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about Mother's Day's gift. I need to send one, and I think we're gonna pick one out together. But I would like to talk about today. I would like to talk about discontinued items. Discontinued items. As a child, the world is endless. Nothing, everything's new, everything's recent, everything is there. And then as you start to get older, times change, and you realize everything has a life cycle. Even your favorite snacks, clothes, food, friends, everything has a life cycle. And when you start getting older, things start falling off the map. Friends die. I don't mean real people. I mean like food friends and clothes friends. There was the Levi Buttonfly 501 Blues. Remember that? Levi Buttonfly 501 Blues. And everybody had button flies. Just caused me to pee in my pants. I'm like, can't get these buttons down. You'd be surprised how people at a urinal are not willing to help you get one of those 16 buttons undone. Where's the humanity, people? Where's the humanity? So yeah, discontinued items. Nobody in my life's ever had more discontinued items than Crystal. Hairspray, lotion, her little breath mints that she bought 800 of when they discontinued them, her bags of chips. I was thinking the other day, which made me reading this up, I was like, man, when I was a child, I really loved Purplesaurus Rex. You guys remember Purplesaurus Rex? It was a Kool-Aid flavor. And then they discontinued it. Then I was like, what my favorite thing was of all time? It was Pink Flamingo. Pink Flamingo was a flavor, and I Googled it. I haven't looked, but I just Googled it. Pink Flamingo was a flavor of Kool-Aid that I used to love. There it is. Yes. There it is. $20 for a 90s Kool-Aid Super Fruity Pink Flamingo soft drink mix pack. $20. That's it. All right, we're gonna check this out. So I haven't had Pink Flamingo since obviously the 90s when they discontinued it. And I was like, oh man, they haven't brought that thing back. Look at this, $20 for a pack of Pink Flamingo. Hey, free shipping, can't go wrong with that. Is there no description? Look at all this old Kool-Aid stuff. Holy cow. All right, there's no description of it. A brand new, unused and open Pink Flamingo. Does it say when they were discontinued? It doesn't say. But hey, it's a 4 1/4 inch tall packet, just in case you were wondering. But oh my gosh. So I wanted to know what your guys' favorite discontinued items were. Items that you just can't get back. They got rid of Squeeze-Its. Squeeze-Its, they got rid of for a minute. I hear Mooch meowing. It's going to get really ugly soon, and then I'll have to take the toy away from him. You guys remember these plastic? Oh yeah. Back in the day, Kool-Aid had points. Oh my gosh, you guys remember the Kool-Aid points? So Kool-Aid had points, and on these points you used to be able to get stuff at the back of the packs, right? So you save enough Kool-Aid points for stuff. Hey, stop that! Stop that! He's not gonna stop that. He's not gonna stop. Hold on a second. Mooch. No, stop that. Oh my gosh, he's like a ticking time bomb. So you used to be able to redeem the stuff on the back, and I think we ended up with this Kool-Aid pitcher. There's the plastic pitcher with the plastic picture cups. You guys remember that? There it is. Oh, there it is, right there. Whoo! Man, that thing felt like it never got clean when you washed it. And then you'd put the Kool-Aid in it, and the Kool-Aid face would light up. So I remember that. Fizzles and space stickers. Kool-Aid doesn't taste good anymore. I don't think I've had Kool-Aid in like a long time. Purple ketchup. I didn't like the purple ketchup. They did the purple and the green ketchup. They had it at Burger King. I remember going. They had the Burger King one. They did it after like the Ang Lee. Is that who did the Hulk movie? Like the really bad Hulk movie before they got like who did they get, Eric Bana or somebody to do that? No, they got the Kirby guy to do it. I went to make to Burger King and I had fries and I put the green ketchup on there. I don't like close my eyes to eat it for some reason, and I'm not one of those people. You guys know that. I just couldn't do it. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. Yeah, the green and the purple ketchup. I was not about that at all. I was not. Pizza dunks. Whoa. All right. Oh, Mooch is here now. Here, just lay down. Just lay down right here. His little pillow that he lays on is not here on my desk like it usually is. Here, just lay right there, dude. Pudding Pops. Oh my gosh, I was the biggest fan of Jello Pudding Pops. Bill Cosby, he'd be like, Jello Pudding Pops. Boo, 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 boo. No man, I loved the Pudding Pops. I did. But I need to know if they're bringing back this Pink Flamingo, and I don't want like an old 90s pack of Pink Flamingo. I'll leave that to LA Beast. I need to know if it's coming back. Customer reviews Kool-Aid Pink Flamingo on Amazon. Hold on, Mooch just stepped on all my buttons. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me still? I felt like Mooch just walked across one of my buttons and it messed something up, but maybe not. Yeah, I remember Kool-Aid Points. I know Kool-Aid Points were great, right? Vanilla Rice Krispies. Surge is back. I do remember that they brought Surge back. Do I sound okay still? I feel like something happened because I hear like myself so loud in my ear. Maybe that's it. Yes, they did bring back Surge. By the way, what is Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid is like a mixing drink. Like oh, you guys have to have a German equivalent of it. Like Kool-Aid. German Kool-Aid. Do we not? Is the Kool-Aid Man not popular in Germany? Oh, he took out the Berlin Wall. Huh. Can you get powdered soft drinks in Germany? Okay. So it's like sugary, just powdered drink in water. Sometimes you add sugar, sometimes you don't. I don't recall. But it's just flavor powder. Yeah, there wasn't an equivalent that I saw. There wasn't. What else was I looking at? There was another thing that I had here. You know what? We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that in a second. So I was like bummed out, going like, yeah, whatever happened to my Pink Flamingo? I remember being a child, and that was the first thing that was discontinued for me was Pink Flamingo. Then they got rid of Squeeze-Its. Do you guys remember the Squeeze-Its? Those little like plastic, they look like bottles. You turn the top and you'd suck them down in like 2 squirts. You would have to add sugar. Okay, right. Yeah. So I was looking through these lists, and they were showing me here on BuzzFeed. We'll go to BuzzFeed again. 32 things from your childhood you had absolutely no idea had been discontinued. Let me see if any of these are your guys' favorite. Let's see. Where did Becky go? Did you say you could get that there? I don't see it. Like powder pearls and take it like iced tea. Okay, yes, like it's like powder with the iced tea, but it's like, you know, like cherry flavored or whatever, and all the fun flavors. So let's see if any of these things are any good. I haven't looked at these things. I never had lime flavored Skittles. That wasn't something that I just would eat the Skittles. I don't remember the lime flavored Skittles. I don't mind Skittles, but I wish they were just a tad softer. I don't want to have to try them. Oh my gosh, I loved Altoid Sours. In the late 90s, I was all about these. Like, those are like a snack. They were like the best things ever. Do you guys remember these? I know this was somebody's jam. Tangerine, they were okay. There was other flavors of the sour soup, but these sours were so good. So good. So good. Oh my gosh, what else? Cream Savers. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember that creepy berries and cream commercial? Berries and cream, but that B-E-R-R-I-E-S. Oh, look, it's there. Look, commercial. They already want you to go there. Look at this guy. Remember berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad that likes berries and cream. And it was so creepy with this dancing guy. You guys remember that? I hated Cream Savers. Yeah, stay in your lane. Remember when they made the middles? When they look like Tic Tacs? For a while, Lifesavers made middles or dots or something like that, I think it was called. Was it called Lifesaver Dots? Were they the dots or the middles? No, like Lifesaver Middles? I don't know how you spell it. Is it? Holes. There were holes. So you could get these Lifesaver holes. You can see them here at the edge. You could get these Lifesaver holes, but the problem is they would just stick together and they'd be one clump because they were still candy. They were still candy. I miss when Cheerios had mini NASCAR die-cast cars. I had the 9 Bill Elliott car and the race car. I got a couple of those out of there. I definitely have like a Bobby Labonte, Frosted Flakes car. I have a Fruit Loops car. I don't know who drove the Fruit Loops car. I have a Cheerios car. So I do still have some of those NASCARs. The Rum Lifesavers. Oh my gosh, yes. I, for some reason, think Crystal still has a pack of those in her purse somewhere. but I could be wrong. Let's see if there's a couple. Let's check out a couple more of these. Where was I? Because this is smooth transitioning. Oreo Cakesters, didn't even know those were a thing. Don't remember Pepsi Blue. Do remember the Reese's Swoops, those came and went. Wow, 2006. Whew, I feel old. Petition to bring back 3D's Doritos, which they did, and I did try them, and they taste like puffy corn things. They tasted kind of like Bugles. Wasn't a fan of those too much. Really wasn't a fan of those. What else here? Kudos bars. I remember those a little bit. I remember like maybe getting those at the end of like sports, you know, when they hand out the juice cups and stuff like that. Yogos, the Yogo Bites. I've seen that logo. Didn't have those. Cereal straws were interesting. You guys ever try those cereal straws? Those were interesting. They kind of just tasted milkish inside them. I crunched on a few of those. Tastes like sadness. What item tastes like sadness? Nope, didn't have those. Love Flintstone push-ups. Okay, so now the push-ups are made by SpongeBob, which I saw on Reddit. This wasn't my thing at all. Someone's all like, "You kids nowadays, we used to eat our ice cream out of a toilet paper roll," and it's true. This was just a soggy toilet paper roll, but the Flintstone push-ups insides were the best. Now they're SpongeBob push-ups. You can't really get push-ups at the store, but that one model anymore. They come half full, and if you don't eat them right away, they reduce to this ball of like hardness. It's so great. So great. The Lifesavers Christmas book packs. Yes. Got mine in a stocking every year. Me too. Ate less than half of them. Me too. Oh my God. You open them up. You're like, I am so Lifesaver rich right now. Like, I don't even know what to do with it. Yeah. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. The 3D Doritos were a super disappointment. The Butterfinger BBs. Yeah. I thought those was around. I never was a Tic Tac person. I didn't do Skittles gum. I didn't do sliced orange. What about here? Was there another? Okay, let's see if there's any other classic items on this one here. People really miss the Altoid Sours and those Kudos bars. Like I said, you guys saw the Dunkaroo videos. I didn't do the Dunkaroos. My nieces and stuff would probably be more into them, so I saw them around, but I just didn't Dunkaroo. Haagen-Dazs Black Walnut. I'm not a Haagen-Dazs fan per se. I'm not really a big ice cream fan. I don't remember Hershey Bites. This is kind of a bust. Wild Cherry Jello. You can't get Wild Cherry Jello anymore? Didn't know that was a thing. People with the cream savers. Doritos Guacamole. But I don't know if these were guacamole flavored Doritos or this is just a picture of Doritos and a guacamole. My kids still get the Lifesaver books in their stuffing. Blake did too. Stocking. Blake did too until a few years ago. Nobody messes with those aluminum hockey sticks. I bent my Easton. It was a Easton aluminum. I had a blue and I had a red one. I had the Easton aluminum hockey sticks they just were bent. My curve on the shaft were bent. I had the one with the red writing on it. There we go. And then I had one just like this. But they would bend. They would have such a bow in them. Yeah, these ones, Steve. These gotta be it, huh? With the logo and all. It would just be so bent, and they had no like give to them at all. Same with the graphite stick. When graphite first came out, the stick I bought it, and it had no bend. It was super expensive and light, and I had like even worse of a shot than I do. You used to be able to get all cherry packs of Lifesavers. Yes, I do remember that. Drea says Doritos guacamole was a thing. They were so good. All right, let's see what you guys have to say. Let me open up Skype here. You guys want to talk about your favorite discontinued items or an item that got you over the years? So let's open up the lines right now. You can give me a call at 661-209-559, where we can talk about what discontinued things that you remember. Hey, you're on the Daily Dan.
Hey Dan, this is Drea. What's up?
What's up, Drea? How's it going?
Wow, I can't hear you. You're breaking up really, really bad.
I'm breaking up. You're breaking up. How about that? Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better now?
Kinda. Yeah, I have to take you off speaker.
How about that? Is that better? So, Drea, tell us what some of your things that have been discontinued in your life that you remember.
Let's see. I was born 1993, April 15th, 1993. So I can only remember some things, but I think my most favorite thing I could remember is they sound like hot Cheetos, like the hot Cheeto asteroids. Not the one in the plastic foil, but the one that come in like in the plastic lid. Those were my most favorite ones.
The hot Cheeto asteroids?
Yeah, I remember getting those like every once in a while when my mom went to the store. I forgot what they were called, but I knew they come in like
were they in the tubes?
A plastic container.
Yes, I see them now here. The flaming hot asteroids, and they come in this little container that you would put in one of those like vacuum sealer things. I do see those. Oh man, I have not tried those because they did bring those back on the TV or on the screen. I'm showing them up. They did bring them back in the foil packages and stuff, but I had not tried those yet. Instead, I picked the Takis nuts when I was doing the food reviews. But I do see the old packaging there, and they are gone. I remember when those came out, but I just didn't eat them. I went through a phase where like I didn't like Cheetos, and then Flaming Hot Cheetos came around, and then those kind of won me back a little bit. Do you like the Flaming Hot stuff?
Really, I don't remember how exactly I got into hot Cheetos, but I knew I was like around like 6 or 7 years old when my cousins introduced me to like hot chips. Like they were like Mexican chips or something that they would sell in the gas station. I remember those, but when hot Cheetos came around, I really don't remember the age because, like I said, I was around 6 or 7. So I was like, oh, this actually tastes good. It's not. Oh, this is not a Cheeto, like a normal Cheeto. This is actually hot Cheetos. Like, oh my God, I love these. These are so good. And ever since then, it was just like, oh my God, this is like the most amazing thing ever. And also, I put in the comments, that, like in Christmas time, they were like McDonald's coupons. Have you ever given Blake those, or have you ever received those before? They were like McDonald's coupons.
The little coupons for like free cheeseburgers and stuff like that, or like the McDonald's dollars, where you'd get like the McDonald's dollars in the little like pull out thing where you could tear out the little dollars and pay with it.
Yeah, that. I didn't get them, but
We had the McDonald's dollars, Drea, and we also had this thing from Pizza Hut back in the day where you read so many books and they'd give you a little ticket and you take it to Pizza Hut and you can get a free personal pan pizza there. I think we lost Drea. Thanks for calling, Drea. I think you like cut out. You could do that. Remember, you'd read enough books and you'd get the little book of the club, like little pizza coupon, and you could redeem it for your pizzas. I thought that was I don't know if they still do those. I wonder where Ben is. I don't know. Maybe he's catching up on wrestling. Bauer was the big one in hockey. I didn't have a Bauer. I think, what do I have now? I got a Sherwood. I got a Sherwin PMP 7000, which is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's a little tired. It's a little tired these days, but I have this. It's got good flex to it. It's got good flex, so it's just a little bit tired. Call dropped. It's okay. It's okay, Drea. Thanks for calling in. Bloop. Yeah, having stuff discontinued sucks, man. Like nobody wants to have their favorite things discontinued. Like I said, I've never seen anybody have anything more discontinued than Crystal. I wish she was here. I tried to ask her this morning when she left. I was like, "What are all the discontinued stuff?" While she was driving away, she's all like, "I don't have enough time." And then, zhoosh, No knob at all? No. Why the heck do I need a knob? I ain't poke checking a million people. That's done. If you can't hold on to your stick like this, then that's out of control. I ain't trying to be like Phil Kessel and wrap my whole stick. Hold on to your stick, bro. Hold on to your stick. You shouldn't need an end. You Chara? I remember when MTV had music videos. There you go. There you go. I eat Eggo waffles. I have bunches in the freezer. Are waffles different? I think they're the same. Crystal was super impressed by the waffles we made on Friday. I say this Friday we make breakfast with Dan again. And we'll try a different one of these truffle recipes. I know some of you guys are sending me recipes. Crystal was super impressed by them. She's like, I'm gonna have to try those. I'm like, you should let me make them. You should definitely make them. I remember TRL. Me too. I watched TRL in the afternoons, or that's what would be on the afternoons, because there wasn't really too much stuff on, After school programming was after school programming in the late 90s was repeats of a 90210 in Melrose Place, Darkwing Duck and DuckTales and Tailspin would all be on. Replays of Saved by the Bell. So there wasn't much live stuff on. Everything was replays and cartoons. But TRL was actually live in the afternoon, so everybody would have it on because it's the live thing to do. I will put anything that's live on the TV just to feel like I'm not alone. I remember those cartoons. I hated DuckTales. I hated any of the Disney lineup for some reason. Disney fan. Couldn't stand DuckTales, couldn't stand Tailspin, couldn't stand Darkwing Duck. I just couldn't do it. It was on at like 3. Right. So it was good. All right, that's it. Oh my gosh, we got to the Daily Dan. How fun. What else were we supposed to talk about? Did we check the Dogecoin this week? We left it off at like 4 something last week, right? We left off at like 480. Is that where we left off? It's picked up a couple $100. It's on its way up. I got a nice little spike going on there. I'm happy with that. So it started out even lower this morning, and it's doing well right now. All right, it might be a pizza party for everybody here. My favorite current show on Disney is Bluey. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I don't know that. I love Tom and Jerry, but I only love the old Tom and Jerry. I don't love the new Tom and Jerry. The old Tom and Jerry is one of my favorites. Sometimes I'll put it on and I just laugh so hard at that. Oh my gosh. Darkwing Duck was great. I just couldn't. Maybe it's because Kevin up the street when I was 11 years old loved Darkwing Duck all the time and he smelled like corn nuts. Just couldn't do it. Pause up for pizza party. Hey man, if we cash out, we can have a pizza party. I loved the Disney block. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, it was I just avoided those. I didn't mean to. I just didn't. I don't know what I would be watching for cartoons then, but by then I was like starting to go outside and play more. Like rollerblades had just been invented. We were doing a lot of hockey outside. We went to the neighbor's cul-de-sac and spray painted the middle of the cul-de-sac with spray paint. Oh my gosh. I drew a bad Pittsburgh Penguins logo in the goalie crease of one, and my friend drew a Kings logo in the other one. We put our nets out there, and it matched up perfectly, and it looked like an NHL rink, and we were 13? Dude, you can't spray paint the ground, Dan. I got in so much trouble for that, but they let the rink stay. Can't go to the moon if you cash out now. No, here's what's going to happen on this, and this is why I don't mind sharing it. It's going to go to an all-time high. I'm not going to cash out. It's going to end up dropping, and then I'm going to be out all of my money. So this is just for fun to watch, but I'll never probably cash out. I put $100 in there 2 weeks ago. It went down to $70. Like, I put $100 in, it went down to 70. I'm like, ugh. And then now, it's up to 638 when it was good. But no, I'm stupid. I'm gonna end up leaving it in there until it crashes, and then I'm gonna get nothing out of it because that's the story of my life. I was more of a Nickelodeon kid. Me too. I was definitely more of a Nickelodeon kid. More of a Rocko's Modern Life or Angry Beavers or Cat Dog. So I was as well. Freakazoid was cool. I love the way Freakazoid looked. He kind of looked like Mike Allred's Madman, but I didn't watch too much Freakazoid. Christopher, I'm back up to 125 on my Dogecoin. Yeah, to the moon. Disney in the 21st century is the devil. Walt would not approve. That was an interesting cat, that Walt Disney. I don't know if he'd like this generation. I put 170 in Doge. Lady Net Ride 2, nice. I got in at 6. I think I have it at like 0.64. Like Jess got in a few cents. Before me, like barely a few cents before me, and you should see the difference when it of our profit on that stuff. But I got in at like 0.64, so at 0.64 cents. Yeah. I still want to know how Cat Dog went to the bathroom. Have you seen that really cool picture of them cut in half where you see the insides of it and it shows like the bones together and stuff? Super neat. All right, yes, before we get out of here, I do have sticker packs. I put the link in the description below. They're $12 shipped anywhere in the world. I only mention it because I will have to go and drop off No, you know what? I have one more day. I can't go to the post office tomorrow. I have to go drop off the ones from the weekend tomorrow. Oh, wait. When is the CC Mouse going to be back? Was it canceled? It's crazy because we haven't done many of these in the last, like, maybe, like, let's go back, like, if we go back, like, a month, we've done maybe 1 or 2 in a month. And I'm starting to get messages from people like, did you and Jess have a fallout? Did you and Jess break up as friends? Is the CC Mouse podcast over? I see her doing other stuff. And I'm like, maybe. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. You know? We will be recording a CC Mouse podcast after the day, like after I do this tomorrow. As soon as I hit stop, bam, right into CC Mouse podcast. So, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I didn't answer anybody's questions because leaving them wondering, it was kind of funny. Because why not? Who cares? It's just a stupid, it's our fun podcast. You know, I say it's a stupid podcast with love. It's a stupid podcast. Like we have fun. We well then, like, we were gonna do it, and then Mr. Tails passed away, and I was like, well, I kind of screwed everything up. Like, I don't want a podcast. And then, like, I know Jess had some meetings that, like, then we did one, and then Jess had meetings, and then we couldn't get our things together, and then I had the power issue, and then, it's 9:30 here, it's already 12:30 for Jess. She's already off doing whatever for the day, so we couldn't line up. And then I don't know, I guess Jess did already say it last week that she didn't feel, she was sick, so they were, I don't want to speak for her, even though, like, we don't keep secret, there's nothing that's a secret. So, like, they were feeling ill and like under the weather, not feeling good, so then we just couldn't line up with Jess sound like Foghead, so we just didn't, so it sucks. And then people are like, do you guys break up? But it's like, no, it just didn't. That's me lining up, by the way. I don't know what that's docking, that's lining up. It just didn't line up, and then the week went by, and it's like, forget it. And then all of a sudden, like, if I don't do stuff by the time it hits Wednesday, there's too many live streams in a row, and then it just gets pushed back. So it was unfortunate, and I don't like to go this long without them. So tomorrow, I'm sure we'll fully catch up. I have lots of notes of stuff to talk about, but we just couldn't. And that's the only window Jess and I have that's open, that's together, is tomorrow in that little window, as both of our stuff start to, like, not overlap as much, like my stuff doesn't overlap as much with hers. So yeah, so no docking on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Who are you gonna call? Doc Busters. So no, we're good. We just couldn't line up, and then sicknesses, and then Tails picked the wrong time that she's out, and then, like, the power went out that one day and I couldn't get it back, and the internet issues. So that was it. It was fate. But rest assured, you guys can't keep us away, and we'll be doing a live stream soon too. We've been talking about it, like, we should try to figure out a live stream like every other week or something. So no, we'll be good. It's good. It's just stupid timing and rolling dices and hitting crit misses, like, so it'll be good. Yeah, plus 3 hour time difference. Yeah, so tomorrow, as soon as I'm done here, I will stop. You'll probably see, maybe I'll put a different shirt on. No, I won't. You'll see me standing right here as we do the CC Mouse podcast. Yes, and then we'll wrap this up here soon. I'm still trying to figure out a way to do something with this background. I know some of you guys started sending me artwork and stuff like that. I have some stuff sitting over here. As soon as when all the artwork starts coming in, I think Crystal and I talked. I'm gonna turn this whole wall, and we'll just turn this whole wall into all your guys' art wall. So when you send stuff, I'll start taking down stuff that didn't come from people, and I'll start putting stuff in that did come from people. And we're leaving my autographed picture of my mom on the wall, because that's like my favorite thing ever. So yes, the stuff will get on there. It's hard to clear out a 2 hour block to podcast. Yeah, see, like, the stuff doesn't always line up together, right? Like, sometimes you're like, I gotta do this or that, or Mila's like, I gotta do this or that. Like, it doesn't always like line up. So, but we're trying, and I'm impressed on how many years in a row that we did line it up. But I was working at the bike shop, or the stuff that I was doing isn't always set in stone, kind of like it is now as I kind of grow. So I was able to, we're able to flip-flop our schedules around. So we make it work. You should see us. We're always back and forth. It's like, I gotta do this or I gotta do that. I'm like, no, go do your thing. Like, we can push it back here, or we can do something there. So, Can't take down the mom stuff. Never hear the end of it. I never want to. Who else has got an autographed picture of their mom? And the sometimes side stream. It's hard to get stuff going. That's the thing. It's hard to get stuff going in this life, and you're like, can't you life any other time besides the one time? And it's really weird as a creator, dude. You're like, and you know, Jim, you make the food and stuff or whatever, you know, in your videos, you make the food. How quickly it is already the next time to make the thing again. Oh, I just did the Daily Dan. Last night, I was so proud of myself. I got Jess's video done. I got all the chores done. It was 7 o'clock in the evening. Crystal gotten home. Everything was done. It was time for fun time. Oh, let's watch the Mighty Ducks. Let's do something. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to make a thumbnail for the Daily Dan. What are you going to talk about on the Daily Dan? So like, it never stops. And I'm slowly getting that mentality, but I'm not like a shark like Jess, you know? But yeah, see? It sucks. But it's fun. Oh my gosh. We still miss the interaction between you and Jess. You should tap my phone. And that's the thing. You know, we miss the episode of the podcast, but her and I had a 45-minute phone call like on Friday of something, just catching up, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, that was the podcast. And when we talk on the phone, it's just like the podcast, maybe a couple more F-bombs. Same thing, you know? Same thing. Yeah, I'm officially on hiatus because of life. Gonna have a lot going on in the next 6 to 8 weeks in IRL, right? But the cool thing about the internet, you just come back right after that. Who's calling me on the phone? Spam risk? All right, spam risk. All right, that is it. I guess I have to wrap it up for the Daily Day. We've gone 8 minutes over. I could sit here and talk to you guys all day, but I guess I should get on with my day since I have a bunch of stuff to do today. Today's a heavy editing day, and then after that, I will be using the rest of my time to figure out excuses on why I do not want to go outside and do yard work. Yes. All right, everybody. Have a good day. Have a good day. Ooh, oh, wait, that's not it. Have a good day. Thanks for watching the Daily Dad. Excuse me, take my energy, be inspired, do great things. I'm hoping like you're awake now, you're not just laying there in bed watching me. If you're laying there and watching me in bed, get out of bed. Get up, feel alive. Cause everything has a life cycle as we talked about earlier. Bye everybody, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I wish I had more of a Blue's Clues-ish like background. Maybe I should get one of those shirts. I have the worst wave too. But Dan, I haven't slept yet. That's different for you, Brittany. You live in the night. Ba-da-ba-ba.